Welcome back to episode 9 of the Struck by Bells Cool Down.
Yes, this is the cool down episode.
Welcome.
Welcome back. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Yeah?
I feel great today, actually.
Well, how was your day so far? I know you went out with Asher. And went
Yeah.
places. Let's
I got
talk
my
about it.
eyebrows done.
Right. You
So
got
I
your
took
eyebrows.
Asher with me, of
Mhm.
course. He does so good when I take him to my appointments.
Mhm.
I used to be scared to take him because I'm like, oh my God, like he's gonna just go off the rails. But he just sits down. I give him my phone. He watches a video for 20 minutes and then he gives me back my phone. He goes, all done, mommy. And so he's been great every time I take him to my appointments.
That's awesome.
But how about you? I know you stayed home with Ari.
Yes, stayed on with Ari, cleaning poopy diapers.
Man, his poop is like...
Has been crazy lately.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, like so much of it now.
Ari's
Like-
6.5 months now.
Yes.
So he's transitioning into eating solid foods, as in pureed foods.
hmm
And so, yeah, his poop has been looking different lately.
It's been so bad. When you guys, if you guys don't have kids yet, when you guys have kids, man, get ready to clean a lot of diapers.
Yeah.
A lot of diapers, stinky ones. But no,
I remember when you told me, like, I think this was when I was pregnant with Asher. You told me that you were going to always wear gloves to change poopy diapers. But this was like years ago, obviously. And now, like, look, that idea is thrown out the window. Now
yeah.
it's like you got to get down and dirty.
Yeah, but I used to clean my younger brother's diapers when back in the day. I was super young, cleaning their diapers and stuff. And
That is
I
true
was kinda
because
used to it.
you have actually, what, 3 younger brothers?
3 younger brothers, yeah, and 4 younger brothers, but my twin.
Yeah, but
well, you're right.
That does
he's my
not
t-
even, babe.
I
That
guess
does
it
not
doesn't count, but I am the oldest. But yes, I guess
by
it does.
30 minutes.
Right. But no,
You really carry that older brother vibe.
I am the older
like
brother.
you,
Yeah.
but you carry it around like you're like, I
Yeah.
am the oldest brother, even though like you have a twin brother. You guys
Yeah.
are
No, but he
the same age.
even even Sebastian, he sees me as the older brother. It's like everyone knows that I'm the oldest one. But yeah, that's besides
But
the
you guys
point.
are
We're
twins.
twins, so that doesn't matter really. But yeah, I used to clean their diapers back in the day, like my younger brothers, and like when we had Asher, I felt like it was very natural. Everything just came natural, like cleaning diapers and feeding them a lot of, like, because I've never really fed babies before.
a baby.
And even feeding and holding him, I don't, even your dad was saying, like, I don't know how you do it sometimes, like you're so comfortable at doing these things. And even sometimes I take him, I hold like Ari now,
Yeah.
and I twist him and I put him on my hand,
Yeah, like you'll
I'll
hold
hold
him
him
with one arm.
with one arm with like on his belly, like
Yeah.
he's so comfortable. It feels like I'm it's,
That freaks me out
like,
every
it's
time
so-
you do that.
it's so comfortable for me.
Yeah.
And like,
Because I
and
would
I-
never hold him like
yeah,
that because
like,
I don't feel comfortable.
yeah, your dad is like, how do you do that? Like, that's just like, but the thing is, it's like, I don't know, I'm just so comfortable at doing, like, it's just, everything came natural. And you know what helped? I think what helped with that is like because with us, when we started our relationship, the first thing we
got a dog.
We got,
But not
I don't
started
wanna
our
say-
relationship. When we first got married.
when we first got married, when we first started living with
Together,
each other,
yeah.
together, in Washington, we got a dog, which is Ace. And holding Ace, because Ace is so small,
Light as a feather.
and every time we would hold him, and I'd put him on my shoulder, put him on my arm, I felt like that kind of helped me like hold a baby.
Really?
Yeah, for some reason, like, because it's almost kind of the same, like
Mhm.
the same movements I used to do with Ace and keep him on my arm. It's kind of the same way, just like in a different kind of position.
Yeah.
So like that's what I think made me so comfortable with like holding a baby and like putting him in different positions and putting him on
Yeah.
my shoulder or my arm. And like, I don't know, I guess like having a dog. So, before you have kids, maybe think about getting a dog, and maybe a small dog.
Even though dogs are much easier to
Right.
take care of. You
Right.
can leave them home,
hmm
just leave food and water, and they're good. You cannot
Well,
leave a baby home.
True. Well, yeah, that's a completely different
Yeah,
ballgame
you
when
gotta take
you
that
get
baby
to that point.
everywhere.
Right,
everywhere
right.
You go.
But yeah, our first baby steps were getting Ace, and then after I got out the military, we got well, I think it was 2019. So Asher was born that December actually. He
Yeah.
was born December 2019. So a few months as soon as I got out the military, you got pregnant, and then We got Asher like
Literally,
literally
that's
that
pretty
same
crazy.
year.
I think about that sometimes. I'm like, damn, only like 2 or 3 months after you getting out,
Yeah,
bam,
bam, yeah,
big old belly, pregnant
yeah.
as
Like
hell.
right away, we're like, all right, bet we're out the military. Let's go.
Yeah,
Because the thing is, we never wanted to have kids while I was in because I would be gone, and then I didn't want to have you
we
stuck by
had no
yourself. We had no help.
support.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
had
didn't know how.
your parents weren't there. None of my family members were there, so it was
Yeah.
just us, and I would be gone a lot of the times, and you would be stuck taking care of the kids, and
I
so.
mean, men and women do it all the time,
Mhm,
but I just think we were also so, like, we were already together 2 years prior to that, but we were doing long distance for those two
mhm,
years. So I think we wanted to also like have fun as a married couple and
mm,
do different things. And we spent 3 years doing that. And then once you got out of the military, it's like, okay, I think it's time
yeah,
to have a baby because we were already together for 5 years before having Asher.
yeah. Yeah, but I think also the military aspect was also
It did play
a
a
big
part.
reason why,
Yeah.
because I feel like if I wasn't in the military, we probably would have had kids even before I got out. But it's because I think it was because of me mostly being gone a lot. Being gone for months at a time, or a month, 2 months here,
Mm.
weeks here.
Well,
Um,
now that I know how it is to have kids, like I am so happy
mhm,
we didn't get pregnant or have any kids during that time because it's a lot of work. Like,
yeah,
especially if you don't have that support system, you don't have that help, and you're doing it basically as a single parent.
mhm.
Like, that is extremely hard. And I know people, they do it all the time, and kudos to them because it's difficult. It's very challenging.
For sure, for sure.
But I also want to say that I want to go back to you holding babies.
Mm,
That is so true because even in the very beginning when we had Asher, I felt so uncomfortable. I was shaking just changing
mhm,
Asher's diaper, changing his clothes. And you are the one who made me feel more comfortable because
mhm.
you were doing it like you've done this a
Yeah,
100 times
everything came so
before. It
natural to
came
me.
so
Yeah.
natural to you. And for me, it's like, I didn't want to hurt him. I'm like,
Mhm.
he is just this delicate, fragile little thing. And I just didn't want to hurt him. And so watching you change his diaper, watching you put on his clothes and changing his clothes, I'm
Mhm.
like, okay, Steph like is doing it. Like I can do it too.
Yeah.
So I just want to agree with you. It came natural to you, really.
Yeah, like it's like I always were. I guess I've always known this. Like I've always
Mm-hmm.
known how to do it. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but yeah. Like even like I said, your dad and my brother would sometimes will call me like, yo, like this and that. I'll tell them like this is how you do it. This is what you do, whatever. And I was like, don't worry. Like she's she's not fragile. And the
Yeah.
nurses would used to tell us that
Oh
too
yeah. Well, even in the hospital
in
when
the
they would
hospital.
swaddle
Hmm.
Asher or Ari, they would change, their diapers. I'm like, they do it like this,
Yeah.
like they're not fragile. And so seeing them do that too made me feel a little bit more comfortable. But
Hmm.
I think it's just sometimes it's natural for people, mom or dad, to be nervous.
For sure. And what's interesting is like when we had Asher, because I feel like the first baby is the most challenging one because it's so new.
It's so new.
Everything is new. Like waking up in the middle of the night, baby's always constantly crying. You don't know why they're crying.
Oh my
You got to
God.
figure out if do they have gas? Are they hungry? They're not
Mm-hmm.
hungry. Like what's going on?
Yeah.
So it's a lot in the beginning, and I feel like we're so
Oh my God.
like we're at
We're
this point,
pros
like we're
now.
so professional at this. Like we're
I
professional
feel like that too.
mom and dads. Like it's like, obviously as you go and then your kids grow, like Asher's growing, he's becoming 3 right now.
You learn.
He's having he's starting soccer soon.
Yes.
He's going to be
On
in soccer on
Sunday.
Sunday. And
Oh
like,
my God.
when these things start happening, you're gonna evolve. He's gonna evolve as a human being, and we're gonna evolve as mom and dads. We're gonna teach him
Yeah.
different things, mentor him in different things, and guide him in different things. And it's a fun journey, but
I feel like the first kid, like I hate to put it this way, but they're almost like the guinea pig.
hmm
Like you really learn with the first child unless you grew up with kids around you. Like me, I didn't grow up with any little kids. I didn't grow up with babies in the house.
Hmm.
It was my older brother and I, and we moved from New York to Florida at a very young age. So I didn't have any family here in Florida. So I think someone who grew up with younger siblings or younger cousins, it will be easier for them to adjust to having kids because they already know, like, at least the basics of having
Hmm.
a baby.
For sure. And I think people used to tell us it takes a village to raise kids.
Hell
Like that's
yes.
what they
So true.
constantly hearing. It takes a village. It takes a village. And then when we had Asher, it was like, damn,
It
they
does.
might be right.
100%.
Like this is tough. And obviously we had thankfully we had your mom here
Yeah.
during the first couple months, which
Yeah.
is I feel like the first couple months are very like
Especially
as your
with your first child.
as a first child, it's really tough. Even with Ari, your parents were here too.
Yeah.
During the first couple months, even though we were a lot better, like we didn't really.
But now you're
they were kinda
adjusting to
hands
two
off.
kids.
Correct, with two kids.
They're more with Asher this time around.
Yeah, and the second time around with Ari was more dealing with Asher because of his jealousy and seeing a new kid around, like wondering why mommy and daddy are not with him, and
it's just adjusting. So it's for everyone in their own ways.
It's a different dynamic with that. But with the first kid, it's like it takes a village, and it takes other people there with you. And thankfully, like I said, your mom was there, and she helped us out a lot, and she was there for us, and we got the help that we needed.
Yeah. But I feel like with both of my parents, really. Well,
yeah.
Not so much my dad first time around because he was working.
Correct.
But thankfully, we had Ari during the summertime. And my dad is a teacher, so he's pretty much off all summer. So both of my parents were able to kind of support us through that transition.
For sure. And, we have a couple friends of ours and, different people that we know, like because I feel like for us, like, we just recently got a babysitter, like, last year.
A nanny,
Like a nanny.
Damn,
like
it's almost.
Was it? When did we get Ja? We got her around like
7
springtime?
months.
Was it because around springtime? It was before
I was
Ari.
2 months. I was 2 months away from giving birth.
Mm-hmm.
So Ari is 6.5. So it's been like 8, almost 9 months since we've hired a nanny.
Yeah.
Because Asher does not go to daycare.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of putting him in daycare, we hired a nanny to kind of help us. Now she's watching both kids.
Mm-hmm.
But she's been a great help, and we're just very grateful and thankful for her.
And we needed that because of the kind of work that we do. Like we're always constantly recording videos and stuff like that. So it's tough for us to we need like 2 to 3 hours in the day to actually do what we need to do, unless we record at night, because that's literally the only free time.
And we still do that sometimes.
Sometimes we still do that, because we don't have any other time where we're able to record because we're always with the kids.
Always, yeah.
And
which we're grateful for, because I know a lot of people don't have that opportunity option.
For sure, 100%. And the thing is that we had to get Zhao because we wanted to put out more content and actually have more of a schedule somewhat with how we're pushing out content, because before it was hit or miss. We would put the kids to sleep, specifically Ash in the beginning, put them to sleep, and then having to record at night. But we're already burnt out from the day of playing with them and entertaining him and teaching him and different things. And now we have to come and put out energy on video. So our energy was very low. So we had to figure out a way, to get that better. And we were very hesitant because it's tough. I think it was tough for us to trust people with our kids. Especially
your first baby, your first child.
Correct. And I think that's why we were so hesitant. We were like, man, because other people that we know are like, they had their kids, babysitting or childcare like at months, month old. Like Asher, when Zhao came in here, like Asher was like 2.
Asher, he was a little over 2, right. I don't know, 14 months, something like that.
Correct. He was like a little bit over 2, and then that's the first time we got a babysitter.
I mean, what am I talking about? That's more than, I'm saying like 15 months. No, 24 months is 2 years. So it's been more than 20.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want.
He was over 2.
Yeah, he was more than 24
He was more than
Not till 13 months.
Right, right. I just caught on. Yeah, I just caught on.
Yeah.
But yes, he was a little bit over 2. And that's the first time we got a nanny, right? That's the first
Yeah.
time we had somebody else besides your parents watching him, because as parents, we're so protective of them, and like we didn't want, anything, bad happening to
Hmm.
them or whatever.
And then we know what evil,
Mm-hmm.
there's evil stuff in this world. There's,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately,
Yeah.
evil people, and, you know, sometimes you have to let go of that and trust that there are good people in this world,
Mm-hmm.
and there are people who will take care of your children and are there to help. And so I think that, you know, that's a realization that we had, and we learned to let go a little bit and trust other people to take care of our kids when we need a break,
Mhm.
or when we need to work.
For sure, for sure. And even with Zhao, the first time she came here, we interviewed her and everything, and
It was a
I was
process.
very, very hard on her. Like I
Yeah.
was like, like I need this information, I need these paperworks, I need every,
Yeah.
because I can't I can't have my baby go and like and automatically trust someone. Like
Oh,
I
trust
remember,
me, guys. We well, especially Steph. Steph was in the
yeah.
military, and sometimes stuff can be very like
Yeah, so I was,
hardcore.
yeah, I was very, I was very hard, and then, and
Hmm.
I think, she was just, we had the alarm on, we would have the alarm on. She was just stuck within the house. She couldn't
Yeah.
go outside,
True
she couldn't
story,
go to the
guys.
park, none of that.
Hmm.
And I think I finally let go, and now, after I think it was like 5 or 6 months, I think right before Ari was born,
Yeah.
maybe, or even I think it was before Ari was
Yeah.
born, and then
Wait, no,
no, it was after
It was
Ari was
after,
born. Yeah,
yeah,
after Ari was
after.
born, I was like, okay, I no more alarm. I told her, she could go outside and she could go, play soccer with Asher in the backyard and everything. And then, it started being like that. But the point I'm making is that, you know, we're like that, but some parents even, they're like, I forget who, but someone sent me like an app once.
Yeah.
Like it was like, oh, you can find babysitters on this app, blah blah, they come quick. This app where
Like
people
a
come and
one-time
babysit.
deal.
Yeah, people come
Care.
babysit your
Well, let me
dogs.
not actually. I don't want to, say any like company name or
Mhm.
anything like that.
Yeah,
But yeah, there are apps out there where you can hire
yeah,
a nanny.
like right, like a Uber thing, like something like
Like
that.
really, I mean, yeah, some of them, yeah, they can come the same day.
Yeah, and I'm like, and this person was telling me like this the app they use. Like I'm like, damn, like I was like, what? Like, ouch. I found that I found that like I can't do that. Like, like I don't know, maybe like you get to this point as a parent where you like you just
Listen,
like, but
I'm never getting to that point.
yeah, I
Heck
don't see
no.
myself getting to a point where I'm like, I'm just gonna do that. Like I don't know, I just found that a little bizarre. Like not bizarre, but it's just something that wasn't for me.
Yeah.
And I think it took a while for us to like really kind of get comfortable with the idea of someone else watching our kids, right?
Mhm.
And now Asher's growing up, and it's like he's gonna start soccer soon. He's gonna
Yeah.
start soccer on Sunday, and then school's gonna be right around the corner. And
Sorry.
it's
Go
like,
ahead.
well, yeah, it's like, dang, like this is happening. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like he's going to like he's slowly but surely going to be in a different place, away from us, and he's gonna have to be in school, and we're
Where
not
we
gonna.
can't always watch them.
Correct.
And that's the reality of it.
Correct.
And we have to trust our parenting skills.
Yeah.
And everything, not parenting skills, but we have to trust what we've taught him and hope that he brings that to the outside world. But also, we have to trust other people.
Yeah.
We have to trust teachers.
Mm-hmm.
We have to trust kids, because some kids are more exposed to others.
Mm-hmm.
And that freaks me out a little bit too.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like people paint the picture of like it's always like adults. Sometimes you got to watch out for these kids, because you don't know what they're learning inside their home.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want them to like expose your children to, you don't want your child to be exposed to certain things, especially at an early age. And so those are things that you know, I think about. But, you know, I always like, you know, trust God and, you know, that he'll watch over our kids all, you know, all the time. But yeah, that's something that goes through my mind, but I understand that it's part of the process and I have to learn to let go and trust God that, you know, our boys will be fine and they're going to thrive in this world.
Yeah.
They're going to do good, be kind.
Right.
You know.
Of course. And starting soccer Sunday.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
I'm excited to see Asher get on the pitch, get on the field. I keep calling it soccer. It's football, but
it's football.
Forgive the American in me, you know, that comes out. But it's football. You know, he starts football on Sunday, and let me tell you something about Asher, man. He, you know, kids per se, you know, Asher's 3 right now. He's still at the point where he has he has a focus thing. Like, you know, kids they can only focus on certain things for so long. And then they want to move in. They want to move on to the next thing. But when Asher focuses on football, he has natural talent. And I'm not saying this because I'm his dad. And you guys know, I know my soccer. You know, I keep saying soccer. I watch my football. He has natural skill, and he's a lefty.
He is a lefty.
He's a left-footed player, and you know, I'm not a lefty. I'm not lefty on my arms or my legs. You're not
Asher,
a lefty anywhere.
No, but Asher does use his right and left hands this equally.
He might be ambidextrous on both hands.
But he only uses his left foot all like 100% of the time.
He kicks with a foot. He dribbles with that foot.
Yeah, crazy.
And when I tell you guys, he has natural talent. It's like when he dribbles that ball is stuck to his feet, and he's not dribbling like kids' ball. He's dribbling the ball my balls. Yeah, it's stuck to his foot, and he's like dribbling,
runs and kicks.
The only thing is like he doesn't know how to like change directions just yet. But like when you put him here and you put him at a target, he'll dribble to the target. Like he'll just dribble, and the ball is stuck to his feet, and he's just going. And like he could dribble past you, and like, you know, he has this little move where he goes left or right, and then he could kick with his left foot really, really well. So I'm interested to see how he's gonna do and fare with these other kids when he gets on that field, you know, against them on Sunday, because you know, with this kind of soccer thing, it's like, because I remember we were speaking to someone, I think it was at the park.
Oh yeah,
she was saying that you know, what they do is at that young age is like they practice for a little bit and then they have them play, because you know, again, kids get distracted and it becomes like a whole mess on the field, just a whole bunch of.
But she said that she started her child at 18 months, so Asher's 3 years old, so that's a huge gap. So I'm pretty sure it'll look a little bit different with Asher. We'll
see how it looks, because it's still these little kids. You know, I've been to basketball games, soccer games, and it's just like hilarious, like chickens with their head causes running all over the place, and yeah, it's crazy.
Scoring the wrong goal,
and you know, because they don't really know. But it's good to have them around and, you know, socialize and play and do these things. So I think it's like for a month and a half. I think that soccer,
2 months.
Football thing is for 2 months.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited for that, and that's gonna be on Sunday, and I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm excited to see him. Like, you know, actually, because he goes to other things during the weekday. Like he goes to this thing called My Gym, and there's other kids there. But he's never played a sport, you know, and that involved other kids. So I think it's going to be interesting to watch. And he's very excited. We got him his practice shorts and his shirt and, you know, just new clothes for soccer. And he seems to be excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. But yeah, you have your run coming up soon this month.
Yeah. Like, oh my God.
It's like,
so does Asher.
Wait. Oh yeah, Asher's gonna be running in that too.
I signed him up for his first run. It's going to be 50 meters and he gets a medal at the end, which
that's going to be awesome.
I can't wait to like see him with his medal around his neck. Yeah. I know he's going to be very proud of himself. And the following day, that's on Saturday. And then on Sunday, I have my first half marathon that I have been training for.
That's 13 miles, correct?
13.1 miles.
Okay. And you've been running like 10 miles.
Yeah, recently? I've been training for 3 months. It's been 3 months since I've been training. I've been running 3 to 4 times a week. From 3 miles to 10 miles. So I've been very consistent with that. And I'm like very excited because running, I've always really enjoyed running, but I never thought about running a half marathon, running a marathon. But my brother and my sister-in-law, they also enjoy running, and they've ran a couple half marathons already. And so I kind of invited myself.
Right.
I did invite myself.
Yeah.
I like to join them in on this half marathon. But I'm really excited. And supposedly after you run your first run, like you get the running bug and you just want to run like you can't wait to run the next marathon. You can't wait to run the next half marathon. So I'm excited to see if I catch that.
I think you've caught it.
I think I've caught it because I run
caught it already.
A lot.
Like you've been running.
It's really awesome.
A lot.
Yeah, I've been really into it, and I'm excited to get Asher into it as well because he knows that I run. Like he knows that I have a running watch. He knows that I go running in the morning, and he asked me about my runs. And so it would be cool to watch Asher like do something that I love to do. Like, and hopefully he enjoys it too. We'll see. I'm not going to pressure him into running another one, but if he does, you know, I'm going to be there to support him.
No, that's going to be awesome.
I think it's going to bring tears to my eyes just watching him like run, get a medal.
He might
I'm going to hype him up.
Yeah, I'm going to like, run. Like,
yeah, like, go Asher. I might just like make a poster. Then go Asher. But I can actually run beside him.
Okay.
One of us can. It's only 50 meters.
I think we should just watch him run.
We can too. I don't know if... I'm not too sure if he can run on his own because he's only 3. And it is his first run. So... And I don't know if the environment is going to like freak him out. So he might need one of us. But if not, then, you know, he can go on his own and we'll be there in the sidelines cheering him on.
I was under the impression that it was just going to be kids running. But if parents are going to be part of it.
I don't want no one pushing him. You know how kids are. They push.
That happens. This happens.
I want him to run his race.
He's going to run the race. You know. He's going to, you know, I'm going to tell, you know, this can happen, but you know, focus on the end of the race, and you know, just run as fast as you can. But I think it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be a fun time. I can't wait. It's gonna be
in Clearwater.
Yeah, we were there once. I think before we had
on our baby moon.
We had like a little baby moon there.
Yeah,
we had like they had some good food there.
Yes,
like there was that spot.
That one spot in front of the Opal Resort. Yes. I already thought about it. We're gonna eat there.
Oh man, those egg rolls in there. Like,
the avocado
egg rolls.
And I had like a shrimp bowl.
Yeah, the food was awesome there.
Amazing. I think we ate at 3 or 4 spots, and that was like our favorite one.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I like that area a lot.
But yeah, like even with the running thing, like there's just so much to it that I didn't know, because when I used to run back in the day, I would just run. But there's so many, like there's running techniques, like what you should and shouldn't eat before a run. I said stretching techniques, right?
Yeah, you said running techniques.
Yeah, stretching techniques as well. And gels that you can take during your run, because you're just losing a lot of, you know, you're burning a lot of calories. You're losing a lot of fluid.
What does that gel do? Like, I don't get it.
So the gel, it's like they have like different things that you can actually consume during your runs. Like it's a gel consistency.
You consume the gel?
Yeah, it's like, it's full of carbs.
Wait, time out.
It's no, not like hair gel. It's like food, but it's like a gel consistency.
It's like a gelatin?
Yes, it's like gelatin. And so you squeeze it in your mouth.
I don't want that in my mouth.
It's filled with carbs and just like an energy booster, because you're burning so much. So they say that every 4 to 5 miles, you should either take a gel. They have chewables too, if you don't like that consistency. I actually just bought like this little waffle one, because I tried the gel on my 10-mile run last week. Was not a fan of the consistency. I like the taste.
I could see why. It's gel.
Yeah, it was like, very slimy.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't.
Well, you see, my brother likes it, and my sister-in-law does too.
Let's talk about your brother. They like some very interesting foods. Like,
well, so do I. But I just
true. That is true.
It tastes good.
Okay.
The flavor, the taste is good. It's just the consistency I wasn't a fan of. So I want to make sure I find something that I like before the race, because I don't want to try something new
Mhm.
on race day. You know, I already know that like oatmeal digests well for me personally before I run. So I'm going to be incorporating like a bowl of oats, maybe with some fruit, and I'm going to focus more on like carb loading the week prior to the run, making sure I'm drinking enough fluids,
You have to
electrolytes. Like
hydrate,
right now,
hydrate,
because
hydrate.
I'm going to run 8 miles tomorrow. So right now I'm drinking my water with my electrolytes to prepare for that long run tomorrow.
Mhm.
And so there's just like little things that I didn't know about until I really got into running. I don't know everything. I'm still learning. But yeah, I can't wait.
Nah, you ran like 10 miles. Like, what was it, last week or the week
Last
before? It
Saturday.
was last Saturday with your
Yeah.
parents. You went with your parents and Asher and everything, and I stayed
Yeah.
home with Ari. And you know, you said you ran 10 miles. Like
Yeah,
that
10
was
miles.
your longest
My
run
longest run.
ever, right?
Yeah.
And you still felt good. You felt
Yeah.
great.
My thighs were tight.
Mhm.
Like I was sore,
Mhm.
but I think I could have ran at least like a couple more miles.
But that was your first time. So like the second time you even like the marathon, because tomorrow you're gonna
half
do 8,
marathon.
a half marathon.
Yeah.
Tomorrow you're gonna do 8, and then by the time you get to the marathon, like you've done all of this in 3 months.
3
Like
months,
even
yeah.
before the 3 months,
And I just I just had a baby.
that's like you've been doing amazing.
Yeah,
Like
thank you.
you know, you found, you know, something to like, you know, to focus on, to keep you going, because you know, obviously after having a baby, you know, it's tough.
Yeah.
And you found something that you can, you know, you can really focus on, and that, you know, gave you that
I think enthusiasm.
yeah, it just gave you something to look forward to, something to like keep you going, something like a little bit of you know, not I wouldn't say purpose, but it's more of a something that you love doing, because you know you've always loved going to the gym. Like the
Always,
gym is
yeah.
like your thing.
Mhm.
And like I feel like running, you got away from running. I think it was
After Asher.
I think it was some no, well yeah, after Asher, but I think it started sometime before Washington. Oh, it was in Washington.
No, in Washington I
It's-
was running.
No, but yeah, but I think it started in Washington sometime, because like you started not running as much anymore, because you said that you had like a
Oh.
mental block.
It's so crazy.
You had this weird mental block.
I
Where,
did on the treadmill.
Yeah, when you went to like a certain
speed
point or certain speed, you just completely shut down. You
very weird.
Yeah,
it was like something psychological.
Yeah, you just you just couldn't do it. You couldn't do it, and then, you know, I think after Ari, like you know, you spoke to your brother about like he told you about this run thing or whatever.
Yeah.
And you're like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. And you
and
like
I
said,
stopped running on the treadmill too. I
Mhm.
no longer run on the treadmill.
Right.
I run outside.
Right, and it's better to run outside. It's 100% better to run outside.
It is, and it is a little bit more difficult, you know,
it's difficult,
because
yeah.
of the environment, the weather changing. That, you know, that plays a part in that, and also like what are you running on, like grass, cement, a trail, like all those little things.
Incline, decline,
all of that matters,
Mhm.
you know. And just to wrap this portion up, I looked at the course of this half marathon, and there are like bridges and stuff like that. So that's something that I haven't really worked on. Thankfully, the trail that I did run last week had some hills, but there is this one major bridge that it goes up, and so I have to take that into account to not speed up, kind of, you know, reserve myself a little bit, and just stick to what I know, and stick to, you know, a heart rate that I feel comfortable in, that I know I can run those 13 miles, you know. So like those are just so many little things you have to think about.
Right.
Yeah, I got really into it.
And I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Like
Thank you.
you've done so well. Like 3 months, like you've done so good. Like, you know, you're kind of motivating me, like, you know.
Aw.
Yeah, because, you know, I started going to the gym
You
again.
did? Yeah.
Yeah, I started going to the
this
gym
week.
again this week. I need to change my eating habits a bit.
You've been doing better though.
Yeah, but I need
You've
to
been
change my
doing
eating
better.
habits 100%. But I went to the gym this week for the first time. I ran like 3 miles, and you know,
which is awesome.
I felt so sore the next day. Like I was like, oh my gosh.
I asked
my
you when
legs.
you came back from the gym.
Yeah,
You're like, I feel good.
No, I felt so great. I'm
Yeah.
like, man, I'm good. I still got it. I'm about to, you know,
Next
to get
morning,
in here. Next morning, I woke up. I was like, oh my
Psych.
God, my legs, like
your hips.
my hips were hurting. I was like, oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
that's hilarious.
You know, so I'm gonna go back to the gym again today. Today's like
Yeah.
Friday. This
Yeah.
podcast should be coming out the same day because we weren't able to record yesterday. But no, I'm gonna go to the gym again today. I'm gonna try to go, every week,
Ye-
twice or three times a week. I
Yeah.
take it slow. I think I'm just gonna do strictly cardio in the beginning
Hmm.
because I don't want to, that's the thing
You don't want to
about,
burn
yeah,
yourself
that's the
out
thing
either.
about, about me, about, gaining weight over the years. It's just, being in the military when I was, just working out every day and just scoring high scores in the PT test and just, just being like the fittest I've ever been ever.
Hmm.
And fit, I was like one of the fittest among fit people, right? And I don't know, I just felt I kind of burnt out a bit because I was going to the gym
Hmm.
every single day going to the gym. And that's all I really was passionate about, gym, 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 gym. And I was, I think I had this mentality that, I just wanted to consistently look good. I just want to look good, feel good, whatever. But then at some point I was like, man, I'm just, I just got tired of looking at a treadmill. I got tired of looking at weights. Just like when I looked at them, I'm like, I felt like I just felt, you know, I don't know. Is it anxious? And it's not. I didn't feel anxious. It just felt. I can't really describe what the feeling is. But like when I looked at weights and I looked at a treadmill, it just felt like I just didn't want to look at them. Like
Hmm.
it kind of disgusts me in some way. Like in some ways, like I was
Yeah.
disgusted by them. Like I
Mm.
don't know. It's just like I had this mental block, and I still kind of have this mental block where I'm like, I've picked up a weight for so long, like for so many years, and worked out for so many years, like being at the fittest, like very high level of fitness, that I'm like, I just can't look at this thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want to lift it. I don't want to do anything with it. And I'm still kind of struggling with that a bit. And but you've been motivating me. Like
Aw.
I'm like, man, Melanie got over her mental block. She's back running, whatever. So, I'm gonna get back in the gym. I'm gonna try to, at least run, at least be
Mhm.
as fit as at least, be healthy somewhat. So
Yeah.
not only for me, but like for the kids. I want to be healthy enough for the kids and, be there for them and, having, their little, maybe sports or whatever, play sports
Yeah.
with them. So
Running after
that's the
them.
reason why I'm kind of doing it now. I'm not really doing it. It's not
Aesthetics.
really for me anymore. Like I don't care to look good. I don't care to, you know, I don't care to have like a, six pack and like, chiseled out muscle, whatever. Like that just,
That's overrated
it
anyways.
just doesn't, it doesn't drive me anymore.
Yeah.
Like what drives me is, maybe being healthy, being healthier for the kids and everything and stuff like that. But that's about it. But yes, I'm starting to go into the gym again. So if you start watching the videos and you start seeing your boy, slim down in the face, that's what's going on. But
But I also like I even spoke to you about this, maybe finding a sport
mm,
that you enjoy. Like maybe joining a gym that has a basketball court where you can just
hmm
play
play ball.
basketball, play pickup games,
hmm
or joining boxing
hmm
like once or twice a week. Like for me personally, after I'm done with this half marathon prep, sometime this year I would like to do maybe jujitsu or
hmm
like just do another form of exercise. I still enjoy the gym. I love the gym. It's my therapy personally, but I want to do something new, whether that's jujitsu or kickboxing,
hmm
just something to like switch it up every now and then.
Yeah,
And maybe that's something that will work for you.
yeah, you mentioned that to me once about maybe not going to the gym, but maybe
Hmm.
like doing an activity like some like maybe
Buying a
box,
bike
maybe
too.
well, sure, but maybe boxing
Hmm.
or maybe taking some kind of other activity like boxing, maybe some martial art or maybe swimming lessons or something
Yeah.
that doesn't have to do with weights, doesn't have to do with a treadmill,
Hmm.
right? Like things that like kind of like exhausted me while I was in the
Yeah.
military because I did this every single day, like, and then
I
every
remember.
single day in the morning, every single day in the afternoon, like consistently. Like, so just doing those things again, just my mind just can't, I can't find myself doing that again. But yes,
Hmm.
probably, maybe get into boxing. I think, but then again, when you get into those kinds of sports or whatever, to be efficient at it, you have to have some kind of level of fitness. It helps. It helps 100% to go back in the gym and weights and all, because they come together. All those things come together. But again,
but it's like a lot of people who don't enjoy going to the gym, that's what they do. It's just an alternative.
But if you want to be good at it,
yeah, but we're just doing it for fun,
right?
It's not about competition. Like,
but it's
I
also
understand
for fitness,
True, but like I understand, like when you were in the military, it was very competitive because you're competing with your fellow, what would you call it? Your fellow like comrades, brothers and sisters, on who can score the highest PT score. But that's not that. Like, or this is not that. It's more for you and for fun and to keep your heart healthy and to feel good about yourself. Yeah. Because ultimately, I think you get to this age where aesthetics are not as important as they once were, especially after having 2 kids. Like, that's not my priority. My priority is not to have like abs or like a fat ass or anything like that. It's just for me to feel good about myself, and also to be healthy for the kids. And most importantly, to be an example for Asher and Ari, because I want them to be active and know that it's important to keep a healthy heart. And, exercise can be a way for them to deal with emotions, but whether it's like anger or sadness. Because I remember back in the day when I would get my heart broken, I would go to the gym and I would feel great afterwards.
That's the thing too, because
like after a heartbreak, you snap back.
Yeah, after a heartbreak, that will get you back in the gym 100%.
Yeah. And it's a healthy way. Instead of getting into drugs, instead of getting into violence, like you're showing your kid, like, listen, go run a mile, or like go play soccer or whatever it is. Like, they'll know that that's a healthy outlet to release whatever emotions they're feeling. So I think that's why I do what I do. Like, that's why fitness is so important to me.
100%. But it's that time again of the video where we talk about anime. One of my favorite parts of the podcast. We get to talk about some anime. So, anime wise, okay, let's talk about it.
What's today? Today's Friday.
Today's Friday, but we've gotten a lot of animes that come.
I'm trying to like.
That's come back.
Yeah.
Some animes have come back, which is Blue Lock and My Hero Academia that we're currently watching still.
Yeah.
They came back for this season, the winter season of anime. And during this winter season of anime, there's some other animes that have come back, but they haven't been around for a while, which is Tokyo Revengers as well as Vinland Saga.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Those animes came back. How did you feel about, watching Tokyo Revengers again and Vinland Saga?
Okay, so with Vinland Saga, I love like it's just like we're getting introduced to new characters, kind of like a new storyline. It seems to be very like fresh and not as much I guess not violence, but a lot of action, which I love story when it comes to anime. So I'm enjoying that from Vinland Saga. I can't wait to see how like Thorfinn and what's the guy's name? I said I was gonna
Rainer? Einar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It works.
You remember his name with Einar. She gets his
what's it?
Einar.
Einar. Yeah, he's the Einar.
For Melanie, Einar. The way she remembers, she remembers by thinking of the name, the word.
I do that with
we're thinking. No,
with words.
I do that as well. But yeah, that's a very interesting word.
So I want to see how like Thorfinn and Einar, they like how their relationship like builds, because we know that right now they're owned by the same master at the moment.
Right.
So I can't wait to see how like their journey evolves. But yeah. And Tokyo Revengers, you said? Tokyo Revengers. I'm trying to see what we saw last. Oh, yes. Takamichi. Yeah. I guess
he's the one that gave out the order.
Yeah, he gave out the order for Hinata. Yeah. And he wasn't aware. He wasn't aware of that.
Yeah.
So I want to better understand, how is that happening? Is it happening while he's time traveling? Like, when is this version of him making these decisions and these, like, I don't understand that concept yet. But they have my attention. I love Tokyo Revengers.
Yes.
And how about you?
No.
Are you enjoying this anime season?
Okay, this anime season to me has been
with
fire
One
so
Piece
far.
too, because we also watched
We're
One Piece.
gonna talk about One Piece.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about One Piece for sure. But you know, I think the new animes we're watching this season is Tokyo Revengers and Vinland Saga, and we obviously have Blue Lock and My Hero Academia that are still carrying over from last season.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 4 right there. Plus we're doing One Piece, and we're releasing Classroom of the Elite as well on the channel.
Yeah, we're already done with.
We're already done all the way to season 2.
Season 2 on Patreon.
On Patreon, but we just released the last 2 episodes of season 1, so we're gonna start season 2 on YouTube very soon. But it's gonna start releasing on YouTube very soon. But we're also doing The Boys, which is
Don't get me started on The Boys. I can talk about The Boys.
Amazing stuff with that
for another hour.
But talking about the specific animes that we're doing this season, that came out this season, I'm gonna start with Tokyo Revengers. Takemichi is it's because I don't think we knew that before, or maybe we did, but you know, every time he seems to be jumping, that version of himself that's still on that timeline is not the Takemichi that we know. It's like he becomes somebody completely different. It's like his soul leaves him and that body builds, like it's just a new soul. It's like a new soul that found himself in this position, and it could go either way. It could go a way where he's cool, where he's chill, or it could go a way where he's a complete asshole, which
that's what's going on.
Is going on in this version, this timeline right here, where he basically he was a complete dick. Like, you know, Kisaki called him my hero.
Yes,
he was Kisaki's hero, and we
now
could
it
see
makes sense why.
Because this dude Takemichi's a complete asshole, and you know, he's terrible. And like when you look at Takemichi, and but the interesting point about that is, even though he was an asshole and he was you know, that kind of Takemichi, when he found out that the order was to kill Hinata, he didn't take it well. So it seems like he still cared for Hinata, even though he was an asshole. So,
well, because he specifically didn't say to kill Hinata.
He didn't know who the person was.
Yeah, he just said to go kill.
Yeah, and he said,
and he found out, and he was like, the person that they killed is Hinata.
He said, I didn't know it was this person, and Kisaki is messing with me, blah blah blah, all this stuff. But it's that version of Takemichi still cares for Hinata. You know, so it's gonna be interesting to see how Takemichi goes back, because now he knows, because I think he said he knows what he has to do. Now he has to basically, because Mikey supposedly became completely, you know.
Oh, we don't know
terrible.
who he is.
Yeah, we don't know where he is, but
supposedly
he became terrible. He became a very bad leader. Like he's very ruthless. So, you know, it's gonna be interesting to see how the Tokyo Revengers story moves forward, and I'm interested to see, you know, Chifuyu. I think Chifuyu's gonna have a much bigger role this time around, because like at the end of season 1, he started becoming a prevalent character, and I think him and Takemichi are probably gonna form a like more of a closer bond, like, you know, when they're kids or whatever, and we're gonna see how everything develops. But overall, I'm enjoying Tokyo Revengers. I can't wait to see more. And yeah, Kisaki's an asshole, and you know, I hope we get to him, but we'll see. But another thing is Vinland Saga.
Yeah.
What did you think about this Vinland Saga's opening? Because
fire! It was good. Yeah. I also enjoyed the
outro.
The outro, though.
Yeah, the outro was fire too.
So good. Yeah. I feel like they're two different vibes, like from season 1. Like we spoke about this in the first episode of the new season. The first one was very like dun, 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 which I listen to that song to this very day.
Yeah.
I said that's my lifting song, and then season 2's intro would be my like cardio running song.
Right.
Because it's more like chill, which makes sense because season 1 was so freaking gruesome and hardcore, which I feel like the opening song goes very well with the season 1, and season 2 so far. The opening goes well with what we're watching. For sure. But I'm enjoying it. No. I mean, I love the opening and the outro.
Yeah, like the ending. Opening, like Vinland Saga, I think they're 2 for 2. Like, you know, some
in their
animes,
own very unique ways.
Yeah, I think you know, some animes, they come out great first, you know, like Chainsaw Man. Amazing opening. Like first opening, introducing us to Chainsaw Man to the world. Amazing. Yeah. But then you could see the second time around, they come around, the opening is whack. You know,
Yeah,
that I
true.
think that happened with I forget Tokyo Ghoul. I think Tokyo Ghoul's first opening was great.
Oh my god.
Second one wasn't great, wasn't too great, and then the third one was awesome. Like the one
Yeah,
for
there's
Tokyo Ghoul Re
yeah.
was
Oh
awesome.
my
That one
god, I
was
miss
awesome as
Tokyo
well.
Ghoul.
So
Yeah.
like, you know, it could hit or miss like that. My Hero Academia, same thing. You know, first couple seasons openings were awesome. Then I think after like season 3, season 4 or 5, like I didn't really like those openings. But then now they got another banger with season 6, the latest opening that just dropped for season 6.
Which one? Sorry.
Season 6 opening,
For
the
what?
second opening for season 6 for My Hero Academia.
Oh yeah.
That
That
one's
one's
awesome
good
as well.
too.
So it could be
Yeah,
hit or
My Hero
miss.
kind of hits and
But
miss
that's what I'm
sometimes.
saying.
Yeah.
They hit or miss.
Hit or
But
miss. Yeah.
with Vinland Saga second season, hey, it's still hitting.
Yes,
You know, like
yeah.
they got it on point. So
Mhm.
I'm actually happy about that.
And how about episode 1? Like, what did you think about episode
it's
1?
Vinland Saga. It's amazing. You know, the story of Vinland Saga. You know, obviously we got to refresh in our memories and everything because you know, the Denmark stuff, England, and obviously the war that was going on, and I think Askeladd was from. What was Askeladd from?
I don't know. I'm not good at geography.
Um,
I can't remember. I can't
yeah,
remember.
no, was it Finland? I think it was, I don't know, something
I
like
think
that.
it is Finland.
Yeah, but no, so you know, and you know, it's different countries, you know, it's like historical stuff. But like the story's always awesome and the characters are always awesome in Vinland Saga. And now we have this new character named Einar, and you know, he's trying to live. The same thing as Thorfinn, I believe, because Thorfinn didn't Thorfinn was trying to find a reason to live, where like I believe like someone told him to live as well.
Maybe something like that, because you know,
Or maybe
he lost his,
thinking of a different movie.
he
maybe.
lost his they you know, funny that you mentioned, because both characters have a lot of similarities.
Yeah,
as
they
well,
they
in
kind
their
of
own ways, but very different personalities.
because they've lost people, families, part of them. Thorfinn probably still has his sister and his mom somewhere, wherever he's that's why Leif is still looking for him. But yeah, like, you know, Thorfinn and Einar are probably gonna develop this relationship, obviously, and get close to each other, and you know, find a reason for themselves to live, because Thorfinn is probably going to be looking for a reason to live, because he doesn't have Askeladd anymore that he's going after. Another question I have for you, you know, I've saw people talking about this, like, what do you think? What did you see Askeladd as for Thorfinn? Like, how do you see Askeladd for Thorfinn? How do you see that character?
A motivator?
Yeah.
Almost like.
Oh, you think so? You think like a motivator, maybe? You know, that's a good answer, I guess.
Motivator to live. Will to live, I would say.
Because, you know, Askeladd killed his dad.
Yeah.
And then Thorfinn was trying to get revenge.
Yeah, but that's why I said he's like, it was a motivator to live for Thorfinn, because he wanted to like seek revenge.
Right.
I think that's what I would see him as.
Right.
Why? Like, you have something in mind?
No, because I saw people trying to say, like, you know, people were saying that you know, that they can see Askeladd, you know, as Thorfinn's new father figure. Like, they saw Askeladd as like I guess people were saying that some people don't agree that Askeladd was Thorfinn's new father figure, and you know, and Thorfinn saw him as a father figure or whatever. But I don't know. I can see that. I can see
that too.
I can see Askeladd being Thorfinn's father figure or whatever. You know, teaching him different things through fighting, through different lessons. But
maybe almost
I don't know.
A mentor.
I
wouldn't say
I don't know.
father
I don't know.
figure.
I don't know if Thorfinn saw him that way though. I don't maybe Thorfinn saw him that way in some aspects, maybe, but I don't know. I don't know. I think Thorfinn really wanted revenge. I think Thorfinn wanted revenge for his dad.
He was maybe a tool. He was like a tool for
Askeladd.
For Thorfinn. Askeladd was a tool, just because Askeladd, you know, taught him many things, and you know, Thorfinn kind of maybe used that to his advantage.
You think Thorfinn was using Askeladd to learn certain things?
No, I'm saying like using him as in like, not purposely using him, but he did learn through Askeladd.
Right. He learned how to fight. He learned all these different things. Askeladd kept him around, and you know, used him as a soldier in his army. You know, in Askeladd's, in the little army group, like Thorfinn was one of the best fighting characters.
Yeah.
So sure, but the thing is, it's like every time Thorfinn would ask for that 1v1 versus Askeladd, and like, you know, and Vikings take that seriously, like that 1v1 thing, Thorfinn would always lose. So Thorfinn would have to stick around and do his thing, whatever. So I don't think I saw Askeladd as Thorfinn's father figure.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of see Askeladd more as I guess he would be, but you don't have a father figure you're trying to kill. So I don't
Yeah,
think
that's why I wouldn't say father
I
figure.
think more Askeladd was more of a mentor. I
Mm-hmm.
think Askeladd was more of a mentor to Thorfinn. You know, trying
Yeah.
to teach Thorfinn different life lessons and not to focus on revenge. And even though he was the one that killed his dad,
Mm-hmm.
I think he was trying to show Thorfinn there's other things to life. Like, don't stick around here and trying to kill. Like, don't
dwell.
base your whole life on just killing
Mm-hmm.
me. You know what I'm saying? And obviously throughout their journey, Thorfinn learned different things from Askeladd and the crew. But yeah, I don't think Thorfinn saw him as a father figure. I think Thorfinn saw him as a reason to live, a
Mm-hmm.
reason to continue to avenge his dad. And now that he doesn't have that no more, you know, Thorfinn is kind of lost. He's kind of, you know, now he became like, you know, he's like a slave now. He has
Yeah.
an owner, and he's gonna have to find a new purpose to his life. And hopefully, you know, what I'm really wanting to see from Vinland Saga season 2 is Floki.
Mm.
I want to see what Thorfinn is gonna do when he finds out that Floki's the one that gave that initial order.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I want to see what you know Thorfinn's answer to that is gonna be. Is he going to go back to, you know, the Thorfinn that just kills and just goes for vengeance, or is he gonna move on with his life and just do something else? And maybe he finds different meanings to live and different meanings to fight.
Yeah.
Maybe the meaning for him fighting for him now is not going to be about revenge anymore. It's going to be about protecting his loved ones, protecting people that he cherishes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe him and Einar are going to build a relationship, and he's like, I want to protect Einar. You know, maybe that's going to be his reason to fight, or maybe he finds his family, his mom and sister, and maybe he tries to protect them. Maybe it becomes that, you know,
Yeah.
and maybe he fights
Especially
Floki at some point because of that. But I don't know if Thorfinn is going to go back to revenge, because that's what Askeladd was trying to teach him as well. So we'll see.
All right. Do you want to do anime of the week now?
Yes, anime of the week. Okay.
But who are our contestants? One Piece.
We have One Piece.
Tokyo Revengers.
Tokyo Revengers.
Vinland Saga.
Vinland Saga, yes. We have My Hero Academia, Blue
My
Lock.
Hero, and Blue Lock.
And Blue Lock, yes. I do want to hear from the comments since people are here. I've been seeing a lot of people talk about this anime called Trigun. I know it was a movie in the past. There's like a movie on Trigun in the past, but there's a new animated thing right now going on with Trigun.
Okay.
And I heard a lot of people talking about it. So I want to hear in the comments, what do you guys think about that anime? And maybe we could check it out at some point, because I saw people were saying that anime is really, really good, especially the first episode. So I'd like to hear about that. But besides Trigun, with the animes that we're watching, I would have to give anime of the week to
One Piece. I'm gonna say One Piece.
Yeah, I'm gonna say One Piece. I'm gonna say One Piece. One Piece has been amazing right now. Like, dating back to like last year per se, the end of last year, the last episode we saw was Robin versus Black Maria.
Oh yeah.
And we started 2023 with those 2 episodes with Sanji and Zoro versus King and Queen. So it's like back to back to back.
Yeah, and now with Momonosuke too.
Momonosuke just like supposedly got older.
That ripe fruit.
Ripe. Mm-hmm.
And so we don't know how he looks yet with his new form, like even his human form too. He seemed like very muscular. And also we saw a little snippet of like how he's gonna look as a dragon, and he looks massive. He looks like
as big as Kaido.
So like that's gonna be crazy just to see them, you know, fight, and also see how Momo looks in that form.
Yeah,
in both forms.
No, yeah, like I can't wait to watch what's coming up with One Piece, because One Piece is just awesome right now. Like, and the animation, the art is just consistent. There's no drag. The episodes have been very enjoyable to watch. Mm-hmm. So I just hope they keep the same energy every single episode, because people in the comments were even saying that the producers or people that are animating are saying that One Piece in 2023 is going to be crazy. Like, the episodes are going to be awesome all the way through. So, you know, I can't wait to see that. But yeah, like One Piece would be my anime of the week. Zoro and Sanji versus King and Queen was awesome. But if it wasn't for One Piece, I probably would have given it to Vinland Saga.
Yeah.
I think I would have given it to Vinland Saga. Yeah, I think I would have given it to Vinland Saga, but
Damn. Yeah.
but it's One Piece.
Yeah. I would. I really like Tokyo Revengers this week too.
Tokyo Revengers,
because like
good.
it, like that little, not little thing, but that surprise with Takamichi, and like that was like.
Remember Kazutora as well?
Yeah. Yes, in the beginning. So yeah, that kind of
that was awesome.
That was awesome to watch too.
Yeah.
But yeah, One Piece.
One Piece definitely
Anime
for the
of the
win.
week.
Anime of the week goes to One Piece. I think One Piece. This is the first time One Piece has won. Because when we first started this, it was just Chainsaw Man, Bleach, Chainsaw Man, Bleach, Chainsaw Man, Bleach.
Yeah.
I think My Hero got one week. But yeah, now it's One Piece. One Piece got the dub here. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this podcast, man. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Follow us on Instagram and on Twitter. Link will be in the description below.
Definitely, guys. See you guys later. Out.